Support the video with a like and drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Thank you. After being with someone for nearly 4 years, you stop expecting surprises. You think you know their patterns, their voice, their moods. That's why when her message came that night, I had to read it 3 times just to draw a breath. I'm staying at Jake's tonight. Don't wait up. It hit at 10:43 p.m. No emojis, no follow-up, just those words sitting there on my screen like a slow-acting poison. At first, I assumed it was a joke. Claire had that sarcastic streak. Sometimes so dry it stung. Jake was her work buddy, the one she always called like a brother. I used to joke that every woman in her office apparently had a work brother. But that night, the air felt heavy. I texted back, "Jake's why?" Nothing. 5 minutes later, "You okay?" Still nothing. I sat on the couch, the TV humming faintly, a half-drunk beer sweating in my hand. My chest felt hollow, like someone had sucked the air from it. Then my phone buzzed again. For a split second, I felt relief until I read her next words. "Don't make this a thing, Ethan. I just need space." No explanation, no apology, just distance, typed out with surgical precision. I didn't reply right away. Instead, I stared at our last few conversations, the sweet texts, the memes, the plans for next weekend. It was like flipping through photos of someone who'd suddenly been erased from your life. Claire and I met at a friend's barbecue. She had a laugh that could fill a room, the kind that made you feel like you belonged there. For years, we were inseparable. I thought she was my future. We talked about kids, about moving to Denver, maybe even getting a dog. But over the last few months, things changed. She started staying late at work. Her phone became her shadow. Conversations turned into arguments. When I asked what was wrong, she said, "You're overthinking." When I stopped asking, she said, "You don't care anymore." There's no winning with someone already halfway out the door. That night, I didn't call her. I didn't drive to Jake's. I didn't plead. I just sat there, replaying every small red flag I'd ignored. The late-night work texts, the way she smiled at her phone, the sudden change in her perfume. Around midnight, I opened my laptop, not in anger, something colder. I logged into our shared cloud storage, where we kept photos, bills, documents. There was a folder she'd made last week called Work Project. Inside, dozens of photos, screenshots, selfies. And there he was, Jake in a bar booth, sitting too close. Another, her wearing the hoodie she'd left at work last month, smiling soft and unguarded, not fake, not staged. The last image, a mirror selfie, his arm around her waist. Her caption, "He makes me feel alive again, as if I had been the reason she died inside. I didn't rage. I didn't slam my laptop. I drafted a text, short, sharp, final. "You don't need space, Claire. You need honesty. Jake can have you, and you can have your space. But when I stop caring, I don't come back." I sent it. Then I did 3 things. Transfer her half of the apartment leased to her name, canceled our vacation tickets, and remove her access to every shared subscription. It wasn't revenge. It was closure. Cold, clean closure. The next morning, she called, 5 missed calls. Then a voicemail, voice shaky. "Ethan, I didn't mean for you to find out like that. I didn't know how to end it. Please call me back." I didn't. That's what people like Claire don't understand. Silence is the loudest reply you can give. She showed up at my door later, eyes red, mascara smudge, standing there like she was the wrong party. "Can we talk?" she asked. "About what?" I said, calm, detached. "I made a mistake. Jake doesn't mean anything. I just felt lost." I nodded slowly. "Then stay lost, Claire. You found him in your confusion. Stay there." She froze, stunned by this version of me. She'd always told me I was too forgiving, too soft. Maybe that's why she thought she could do this and still come back. I closed the door gently. No shouting, no drama. Just a final click. A full stop at the end of a long, painful sentence. The next few days were quiet. Heartbreak isn't chaos. It's silence. Waking to a phone that doesn't buzz. Eating breakfast alone and realizing the coffee tastes better without resentment. A week later, I saw a photo of Claire and Jake online. She looked happy, at least on the surface. I didn't feel jealousy. I felt nothing. And that nothing was freedom. Months passed. I moved into a new apartment, bought that dog we'd talked about, named him Cooper. Funny thing, I stopped checking my phone at night. I stopped waiting for messages that would never come. Peace doesn't always come from finding the right person. It comes from finally letting the wrong one go. Last week, Claire texted, "I miss what we had. Can we talk?" I stared at it, then typed one line. "You taught me everything I needed to know, Claire. I just wish it hadn't cost me you." And then I blocked her number. I wasn't angry. I wasn't bitter. I was done. Sometimes the most powerful response isn't one that hurts someone else. It's the one that finally heals you. You can't build peace with someone who thrives in chaos. When they choose someone else, let them. Sometimes your silence is the closure they never expected and the freedom you've always deserved.